that is resolved. So it's still not resolved. Have you raised the complaint there? Okay. Okay, we'll see. I will ask again. Okay, we'll start with the lab. Okay, one more time I will call them and I will ask for that. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, now is the screen visible?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
So you are completed with the first 4 assignments, right? Now the assignment number 5th, it is the multiplexer. Okay, multiplexer or demultiplexer that you can implement. So what it is expected here, you have to design and realization of Boolean expression for the suitable combinational logic using mux. Just wait, I will start the recording. Okay. So in the assignment number 5, the problem statement is design and realization of Boolean expression for the suitable combinational logic using MUX multiplexer. The IC is 74151 or DMUX using IC 74154. Okay. So basically here we require the IC that is 74151 for the multiplexer. So we have to design any particular expression, okay, with the help of multiplexer. So first realization will be required. So Boolean expression, based on that you can apply the certain logic, okay, and based on that you can design the multiplexer circuit, right? So this concept that we have seen earlier, multiplexer, right? You know that 8 is to 1 mux, 16 is to 1 mux, 4 is to 1 mux, different types of multiplexer. Now directly will come to the point how we can design or realize the Boolean expression, okay, using the combinational circuit. Now, I will directly show you the example, okay, the implementation part for the lab, okay. So, suppose my expression is having y equal to summation of m 0 2 4 7, okay, and this expression you have to realize with using 8:1 mux, right? So for that, you know that this is the summation of m, sum of product terms, whatever the mean terms are present in the mux circuit, you have to connect it to logic 1, right? So here will be required the IC of 8:1 mux. Inputs required, 8 inputs. This will be enable. So let's consider these are the data inputs, right? Either you can write D0, D1, D2, D3 or 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Output. And how many select lines will be there? There will be 3 select lines. This is 8:1 mux. 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. So number of select lines 3, right? So I'll consider here 3 select lines, that is S0, S1, S2. Okay. Now the mean terms are present that we need to connect it to logic 1, right? Which mean terms are present? 0, 2, 4, 7. So I'll take one connection, that is logic 1. It will be connected to 0. Then 2, then 4 and 7. It will be connected to logic 1 means VCC, right? Rest of the connection, you have to connect it to ground, right? So 1, 3, 5, 6, it should be connected to ground, okay? You can say logic 0 or here you can make grounded, right? So according to this, you have to make a connections, right? Now I will show you the IC diagram for this. For this will be required the IC for 8:1 mux, that is 74151. Okay. So how is the pin structure of this particular IC? Okay. Is this pin diagram is visible to you? Okay, so it is to 1 mux 74151. You can see that this is the 16 pin IC. Okay, this is the 16 pin IC, right? 1 to 8 and 9 to 16, right? Where 8 is connected to ground, 16 is connected to VCC, right? Now here you can see enable. Okay, this enable here it is given as a complemented enable, means always you have to connect it to ground. Okay, E bar means you have to connect it to ground. Okay, so pin number 7 and 8 both will be connected to ground. Y, you can see Y and Y bar. What is Y? Y, it is nothing but the output. Okay, so that you have to connect it to output port. This Y bar is optional. No need to connect. If we'll connect Y, we'll get the output accordingly, right? And rest of the pin that you can see, that is from D0 to D7, right? So here you can see D0, D1, D2, D3, pin number 4, 3, 2, 1. And then here you can see D4, D5, D6, D7, that is pin number 15, 14, 13 and 12. Okay. After that, you can see these three pins, that is pin number 9, 10 and 11, those are for the select lines. You know that in the 8:1 will be required 3 select lines. So here you can see these are the pins, those are required to connect as a select line, that is the S0, S1, S2. S0, S1, S2, it is nothing but the select line that you need to provide, right? You know that. Once you will provide the select line, if it will be a 0, 0, 0, then what should be the output that we want? We want the output as a 0, right? So we need to provide this select line, and for that pin number it is given, that is 9, 10 and 11. So what I will do, I will write the pin number over here, pin number 9, pin number 10 and pin number 11. Okay, always you have to consider this is as a most significant bit, okay, and this will be a least significant bit. Okay, just remember this point because this will be required for connection. So pin number 9, 10, 11, those are the select lines S0, S1, S2, right? Now this data input, that is D0, D1, D2. I have written directly over here 0, 1, 2, but this is D0, D, because these are the data inputs, right? Now you have to check those respective pin numbers from this IC diagram. Which one is the pin that is used for D0? That is pin number 4, right? D1, pin number 3, 2, 1. So I will write the pin number over here. So this will be okay. Just I will write over here in terms of D0, D1, or D2 only. So this will be D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6 and D7. Okay, the pin number used for D0 is pin number 4. Okay, pin number for D1 is 3, pin number for D2 is 2, okay, D3 1. You have to refer the pin diagram. D4 is pin number 15, D5 is pin number 14, D6 is pin number 13, D7 is pin number 12. Okay. So it will be easier to make a connection if I will write the pin number over here, okay, in the diagram only. So now you have to make a connection based on this on the Dell simulator, okay. So I'll be switching to the Dell simulator. So first add the IC 7451 for multiplexer. Here you can see LS means this is a line selector. Okay, LS stands for 74LS151. So this is the line selector. Now you can see this is a 16 pin IC, right? You can see this part is disabled, right? Only 16 pins are enabled. So now from the pin diagram, first make a connection of ground and VCC and enable. Okay, always make a connection first ground VCC, and in multiplexer also first provide the connection of enable. So pin number 8 to ground. Then pin number 16, this is pin number 16, right? Connect it to VCC. Okay. Then enable it is pin number 7, right? It should be also grounded because it is given in the pin diagram EN bar. So if it is given bar means it should be connected to ground. Then after that, once these connections are done, what you have to do? Take 3 select lines first. Okay. 3 select lines you can see S0, S1, S2. Okay. Connect pin number 9 to S2, pin number 10 to S1 and 11 to S0. So pin number 9, this is pin number 9, right? After 8, 13 will be 9. Connect it to S2. I will take this one will be S0, this one will be S1 and this will be S2. Okay, because this is the most significant bit. Then pin number 10 Pin number 10, it should be connected to S1, right? And pin number 11, it should be connected to S0. Am I audible, students? Okay. So made a connection of S2, S1, S0, right? Pin number 9 to S2, pin number 10 to S1, pin number 11 to S0, right? After that, data inputs, okay? Now in the data input, the minterms are present, we have connected to logic 1. So accordingly, you have to make a connection D0, D2, D4 and D7. It should be connected to VCC, means logic 1. Okay. So D0 means which pin? Means pin number 4, right? I have written over here, pin number 4. So pin number 4, it should be connected to VCC. First we'll make a connection to VCC, then we'll make a connection to ground. Pin number 4, then D2 means pin number 2. 2, it should be connected to VCC. Then after that D4. D4 and D7. So pin number 15 and pin number 12. 8, then again you have to count, this will be 15, right? So 15, it should be connected to VCC. And pin number 12, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 should be connected to VCC. Okay. So these 4 connections are made to VCC. Now remaining one, that should be connected to logic 0, right? The minterms, those are not present, means D1, D3, D5 and D6, right? So D1 means pin number 3. So pin number 3, it should be connected to ground. Then next it is D3, means pin number 1. Pin number 1, it should be connected to ground. Then D5, that is pin number 14. D5 means pin number 14. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14. So 14 also grounded. And after that, pin number 13, that is D6. It should be also connect to ground. Okay. So pin number 13 also ground. Okay, made a connection. Now which one is remaining? You can see in the IC diagram. We have connected data inputs. We have connected select lines, made a connection of ground VCC enable. Now the output, that is Y, that is pin number 5, right? So pin number 5, it should be connected to output port. No need to connect Y bar, it will be a complement of Y. Okay, so we'll take single output, that is Y. And now once these connections are met, we'll check the output according to the truth table what we want over here. Now, tell me which inputs should give the output as a 1. Can you tell me from this expression? Yes. Can you tell me which input combination should give me the output as a 1? I will erase this part. How we'll provide the input? Now we'll provide the input through select lines. Means we have to select, we have to provide the input through the select line, and accordingly the data will be transmitted and we'll get the respective output, right? So based on the select line, the data will be, one of the data input will be passed as output, right? So we have made a connection accordingly to logic 0 and logic 1, right? Now, from this expression, if I will write the truth table for this, so 0, 0, 0, I will write over here. Okay, these are the select line S2, S1, S0. Okay, now what will be the output for these select lines? If 0, 0, 0, what should be the output? 1. 0, 0, 1. Output will be 0. 0, 1, 0. 1. 0, 1, 1, 3. 0. 1, 0, 0, 4. 1. 1, 0, 1, that is 0. 1, 1, 0, that is also 0. And 1, 1, 1, that is 1. So we are expecting this output, right? We are expecting this output. So if I will select the select line 0, 0, 0, what I should get? I should get 1. Okay, so we'll check it. See here, all are 0. Okay, and we are getting the output as 1, right? Check it next, 0, 0, 1. If I will make it 1, 0, 0, 1. Here you can see output is 0. Okay, next 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0 means output is 1. Getting it? 0, 1, 0. Output is 1. Then 0, 1, 1. Output should get 0. Sorry, 0, 1 and 1. Right? Output is 0. Then 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0. Output is 1. Then 1, 0, 1. 1, 0, 1. 0. 1, 1, 0. 0. And 1, 1, 1. That is 1. Right? So this is the implementation of 8:1 mux. Okay, with using the IC 74151. Right? So accordingly, you can design and realize any particular Boolean expression with using 8:1 mux with using IC 74151. Okay, you got it? Yes, students? Have you understood? Have you understood these connections?
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, why are we connecting logic 0 pins and logic 1 pins to VCC and ground?
If we'll not connect, how we'll realize this expression with using mux? See, we have a basic pin diagram, right? This is the basic pin diagram. What is the, why we use the multiplexer? Because we need to pass certain data as an input. Also, accordingly, we'll get the output, right? If I'm passing that particular data through these data lines, okay, by selecting the select lines, then only that input will be passed, okay, and that will be getting as output, right? That is the multiplexer use. It will select a select line, a data input based on the select line, and that will be nothing but as a one of the output that will get, right? If we'll not connect this, as I want to realize this particular expression using mux, any particular expression we can realize with using mux. Okay, so that's what it is required to understand this particular 8:1 mux, whether whatever the inputs I am connecting to logic 1 and logic 0, whether I am getting whether the data is passing accordingly to the output or not, based on the select lines that we are checking it. Right?
Ma'am, means if we are having different equation, then
Yes,
we will
if
change it
I'm
accordingly,
having,
na?
yes, if I'm having another equation over here, right? Accordingly, I will make a connection over here. That times logic 1 input will be different and logic 0 inputs will be different, right? So I should get the output according to that expression. This is just one example I have taken for understanding. Okay, how to realize, because what is our main aim? That is we have to realize the expression with using mux. Okay, let me show you. What is our expression that we have seen problem statement? Design and realization of Boolean expression. Because for that purpose, we are using the multiplexer, right? We have seen these kind of examples. Different Boolean expression we can realize with using multiplexer. So this is one of the Boolean expression that I have taken. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. In the write-up manual on this PDF copy, there is different example. So what you do, you just implement it now only. Okay. I will give you some time for that. Now it's 2:30. I will give you 10 minutes time to implement this particular circuit. I'll open this particular part. Okay. You just implement this. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. Make a connection. This expression only you consider. Make a connections accordingly. Take IC 74151. First connect. You just draw this diagram in the notebook. It will be easy. Write the pin numbers also. Then I will show you the IC diagram also. So you can note down the IC diagram. See revision. Any doubt? Have you understood? Okay. Do it now only on the Dell simulator. It's very simple to perform. If this will be done, then you just inform me. I will give you another expression. Or if you are having any doubt, you can ask in between the while implementation of this circuit. Have you completed it?
Ma'am, logic 1 goes for VCC, na?
Logic 1 means VCC. Logic 0 means ground. I will show you the pin diagram also. You just draw that one also. It will be required for the next expression also. So, okay. Just draw the simple one only. Pin number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mark it 1, 2, 3, 4 as a D0, D1, D1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is D3, D2, D1, D0. Pin number 5 is the output. 7 is the enable. 8 is the ground. 16 is the VCC. Then D4, D5, D6, D7. Pin number 15, 14, 13 and 12. Then S0, S1, S2. That is 11, 10 and 9. Okay, so this E that you can see in the pin diagram, it is always active low. It is also known as active low enable input. Why low? Because always bar is representing on that. So it is known as active low. Once you completed, you just inform me. Have you completed? Students, let me know how much time you will be required. Yes, completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Getting the output?
Yes,
Is there
ma'am.
any doubt? Make a proper connection for the select lines only, okay? If you will interchange these sequence, then your output also will change, because here only you have to take care, okay? S2, S1, S0, okay? Don't change the sequence to S0, S1, S2. Okay, take the S2 as always the most significant bit, S0 as the least significant bit. You can just try it for 1-2 inputs and check the output. Diploma students,
Yes, ma'am.
have you understood? Have you done this?
Yes,
Multiplex,
ma'am. We understood.
you understood, because this is the part, unit 2 part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but just try to implement. You will understand. Once you will implement this, you will understand this particular concept, okay? C
Okay,
division,
ma'am.
C1, C2 batch, done? Okay. Okay, now the next expression, that is, we have seen two techniques, right? Boolean expression we can design with using multiplexer, with using two ways. So it's difficult to cover these two ways. First method we'll see. I will just give you the idea how you can implement it. Okay, that already you know that the technique that is explained in the theory. I will just show you how you can make a connections for that. Suppose this is the expression now. Next, okay. So for this expression, here you can see. Can you tell me which type of multiplexer is required here? 16:1, right? Based on the input only, you can see the last mean term, that is last value is 15, right? So means here 16:1 mux is required. But we have to only design this with using 8:1 mux. Okay, so there are two ways. Either I can use the reduction technique, or another technique, I can use the cascading. Cascading means using 2 8:1 mux. And reduction means with using only 1 8:1 mux. Okay. Now I will just show you how you can do it with using reduction technique. So in the reduction technique, here it is given. So I will directly show you that part. Okay. This is the expression. Okay. That I have written 2, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. This we have to realize it now with using multiplexer. Now what you have to do? We have seen in the reduction method, you have to first write complete truth table for this, right? Write A, B, C, D will be required 4 inputs, right? For 4 input combination, 16 combinations you will get. For those 16 combinations, you have to write the respective output. So what you can see over here, this particular truth table, A, B, C, D. Okay, A, B, C, D, and whatever the minterms are present over here, for those, the output is 1, and the minterms, those are not present, for that the output is 0. Right? Okay, so this you can see in the truth table. Now after that, you can see one more column. Okay, how we can perform the reduction technique. See, 16:1 mux means 4 select lines are required. Those are nothing but these 4 inputs. But in the 8:1 mux, we have to reduce it, means will be required 3 select lines. If will be required 3 select lines, we have to eliminate this D. And when we are eliminating this D, we need to compare it with the output. Okay, now you have to compare this D with output. Check 0, 1, it is there, and here you can see both the places 0, 0, means the output is 0. If both are 0, you have to place simply, means you have to make a grouping of these 2 rows. Everywhere you can see the grouping of two rows. Okay, why? Because here you can see we have to convert in terms of now 8:1 mux. For 8:1 mux, only 3 select lines I can take. Okay, so if I will combine A, B, C, first 2 rows, you can see the inputs are same, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, right? So for these inputs, what will be the output that I want to find out? And for that, I will be comparing with D. So what I will compare? I will compare 0, 1 with 0, 0. But here both are 0. So simply I will place single 0. Instead of these 2 rows, I will take for 0, 0, 0 as a 0. Right? Next, here you can see 1, 0. Why it is 1, 0? Because 2 is present. So the output is 1. And 3 is not present. So the output is 0. Right? Now compare D with output 0, 1 and 1, 0. You can see the complement of this. Right? You can see the complement of this 0, 1, 1, 0 means here this is D complement. Okay? This is the D complement. Now next you can see the term that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now this is 4, 5. You can see for 4. What is the output? 4 is present. So the output is 1. 5 is not present. So the output is 0. Okay. Now compare D and output 0, 1, 1, 0. Again, this is a reverse of this. Right? Complement of this. Complement of D. I can write. So D complement. Okay. Then again next. So likewise this is done. Wherever it is 1, 1 it is there. 1, 1 means you can simply write 1. Okay. So instead of these 2 rows, I am reducing it to a single row where I'll be taking only 3 inputs. Then you can see in this again, just go through at this particular point, you can see 0, 1 and 0, 1. Same it is there. Whatever the D values are there, the same output is getting, that is 0, 1. What is the meaning of this? As it is, we can write D. Then 0, 1 and 1, 1. 1, 1 hai, to yahan pe simply 1. Okay. So there may be a 4 combination in the reduction method. While reducing this truth table, either you will get the output as a 0, 0. So if the output will get is 0, 0, okay, you can combine all these two rows, okay, starting from first to end, and wherever you will get 0, 0, you will consider as a 0. Wherever you will get 1, 1, you will consider as a single 1. Wherever you will get the complement of D, you will consider as a D complement. And if you will get the same, then you can consider it as a D. Okay. So with this, how we can write this particular truth table? Okay, with reduction method, I can write now A, B, C, okay, and direct output now that I am getting in terms of reduced form. So 0, 0, 0. Just tell me now from this. Zero, zero, zero. What is the output now that we are getting in the last column? That is 0. So I will write over here. Okay. Then next, see here, you can see 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0. I am writing only this output. Okay. Because we have, instead of 2 rows, now we are considering 3 select lines. So we are eliminating this D now. Then 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. We are getting D complement. I can write it for 0, 0, 1 as a D complement. Zero, zero, one as a D complement. Okay. Then next one, it is 0, 1, 0. It is again D complement. Okay. Then 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 1. That is 1. 0, 1, 1. That is 1. 1, 0, 0. That is D. 1, 0, 1. That is 1. 1, 1, 0. That is D complement, and 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1. That is D. Okay. Can you see from this truth table, I have written over here the reduced form of this truth table. Okay. How we have reduced this truth table? This reduction is given over here. You have to compare the output with D by making a grouping of 2 rows, and you can reduce it to the 8:1 form, right? Means here I am getting 8 inputs. Based on these 3 select lines, I am getting 8 inputs, and I have reduced to this form. Now how we can make a circuit for that? For 8:1 mux, simply I can use 8:1 mux. I am using this reduction method. So 3 select lines, A, B, C, output Y, and data input D0, D1, D2, D3, D4, D5, D6, D7. Okay. Now here you can see how to make a connection. This is 0. So D0 is 0. Only one select line combination is connecting to data input D0. So D0 means it should be connected to logic 0, grounded, right? This symbol indicates this is a ground. Then D bar. How to take D bar? Take one input as a D. So if I am taking D as a input, D bar will be the output. Here I will be required NOT gate also. Okay. Then you can see where the D bar is connected. D bar is connected to D1, right? So 0, 1, 2, 3. I will write in terms of decimal. 4, 5, 6, 7. So D1, D bar, and D2 is also D bar. So D1, and here also D2. Now 1 means 3. D3, it should be connected to VCC means logic 1. Then D4, that is D. Okay, D means this as it is. Next, D5 and D6. D5 and D6. See here, D5 101, that is 1. So D5, it should be connected to logic 1. Then D6, that is D bar. So one more connection to D bar. That is D6. Okay, and D7 is D only. D7 is D only. Okay. Fine. So accordingly here, what we have taken, only the difference between the previous example and this example is we have used the reduction method, where we have reduced from truth table 16 inputs to 8 inputs. Now here you can see you are getting the output in terms of the last select line, that is D, that we have eliminated and we have placed in terms of output. So we have taken one D as the input, D bar as output. Wherever we are getting the D bar as output, there we have connected to those data inputs. Wherever we are getting the output as a D, there we have connected directly this D. Right? Now once I will get this, I can make a connection to this. Like I will write the pin number again over here, 9, 10 and 11. 9, 10 and 11. Okay, pin number 5 to Y, and you can make a connection to this. Okay, so we'll show you the Dell simulator. Add the IC. You will be required 2 ICs over here. One IC of multiplexer 74151. Another IC that is required for NOT gate, that is 7404 hex inverting gates. Add IC. Now connect pin number 8 to ground, 16 to VCC. Right, next 7 is enable, so this will be also grounded. Next, this NOT gate pin number, this is a 14 pin IC, right? Pin number 7 is always grounded and pin number 14 is VCC. Now, as per the diagram, connect first select lines A, B, C, and D will be, D also it should be there. See, though this truth table it is there, I need to make a connection according to this. But while verifying the input and output, I'll be checking through this particular table, right? So for that, I'll be taking 4 select lines A, B, C, and D. So A will be 9, B will be 10, C will be 11. So A is 9. So I'll be taking, let's consider this will be A. Okay. I'll be taking this as a most significant bit. Okay. So A will be 9. Right? This is A, B, C. That I will consider. A, B, C. A is 9. B is 10. And C is, sorry, This will be the 16 pin IC, right? So 8, then 9, 10, and 11, right? So 9, 10, and 11. So these connections are made A, B, C. Now what about D? How to connect? See over here, D, it is the one input, and we have to connect it to the data inputs as well. We need to connect it to NOT gate, right? From D, you can see we have to connect it to, if my NOT gate input 1 I am connecting, okay, 2 gives us the D bar. In the NOT gate IC, you know that pin number 1 is the input, so pin number 2 is the output, right? So this D, I need to connect it to pin number 1 of NOT gate, as well as this D, it should be connected to D4, and it should be also connected to D7. Okay, so I will write over here the pin numbers again: 4, 3, 2, 1, 15, 14, 13, and 12. So first I will take D. Okay, that is nothing but I am considering this. After A, B, C, and last one it is D. That D, it should be connected to pin number, any input pin of NOT gate. So pin number 1 is the input gate, that is the input, and 2 is the output. Okay, so that we'll see later. This I have connected it now. You can see this. This D I have connected to pin number 1 of NOT gate. Now, again pin number D is connected to pin number 15, right? That is D4. So this D, it should be connected to pin number 15. So here you can see 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 means 19. Then again this D, it should be connected to pin number 12, means D7. So this D, it should be connected to pin number 12 as well. So this is pin number 12, right? So D is connected to 3 pins, pin number 1 of NOT gate. Then D is also connected to pin number 15 of IC 74151, and D is also connected to pin number 12, right? So just cross check it, pin number 15 of this and pin number 12 of this, right? Just wait. Okay. Okay, so after that, D bar. Okay, you can see D bar means pin number 2. Where it is connected, it should be connected to D1, D2, and D6, means pin number 3, 2, and 6, right? D bar means this, right? 1 is the input, 2 is the output. So this should be connected to pin number 3. Then this D bar again it should be connected to pin number 2 as well. Okay, and then this D bar again it should be connected to D6, means actually it is pin number 13. 10, 11, 12, 13. So 17. Okay, so I have made a 3 connection with D bar with pin number, you can see 3, you can see 2, right? And which pin number? That is this, pin number 13. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. So while making a connection, just cross check it. Otherwise, you will get the incorrect output. Then which one is remaining now? Logic 1 and logic 0. So logic 1, that is we are getting for 2 data inputs. That is logic 1, it is connected to D3 and D5, right? D3 means pin number 1 and D5 means pin number 14. So D1 means D3, that is pin number 1. So pin number 1, it should be connected to logic 1. Pin number 1, it should be connected to VCC. Logic 1 means VCC. And then after that, pin number 14, that is D5. Pin number 14, that is D5, it should be connected to pin number 14. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It should be connected to VCC. After that, you can see only one connection is remaining now. That is D0, it is grounded. D0 means which pin? D0 means pin number 4. So pin number 4, it should be connected to ground. And 5, that you know that in the IC of 74151, pin number 5 is the output. So connect it to output. Okay, now the connections are done. You have to check the output. How you will check the output now? You have to open this truth table now, right? We have made a connection according to that truth table, reduced truth table. But we need to check it the output accordingly, right? Because suppose I am having a combination of input 0, 0, 1, 0, I should get the output 1 that I want. Okay, I am using the IC 8:1 mux, but output I should get for this, that is 1. So how we can provide the input? For 0, 0, 1, 0. Here you can see I can use these 4 select lines as A, B, C and D. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, right? So 0, 0, 1, 0, right? Getting the output 1. Next, that is, check it in the table. 1, 0, 0, 0. I should get 0. 1, 0, 0, 0. So means this is A, right? A, B, C and D. So if I will make it 1 and rest of the 3 are 0, 0, 0. So I'm getting the output as a 0. Okay, one more connection we'll check. That is, suppose for 1, 1, 0, 0. I should get output as a 1, 1, 1, 0, 0. One, 1, 0, 0. Getting the output as a 1. Okay. So I have shown these three combinations from this truth table. You can check it while after completing this particular design of the circuit. Okay. So this reduction method it is used, and based on that we are getting this output. So output you need to check it from this truth table only. But we have achieved this with using 8:1 mux. So we have realized the expression that requires 16:1 mux that we have realized with using 8:1 mux. Have you understood this? Yes, students? Yes or no? Okay, so you have to make a connection accordingly. Okay, while making a connection, just cross check it twice. Is there any doubt? Only the thing is that how to take the D part, that is nothing but the last select line over here, that is different. Okay, 8:1 mux reduction technique. Okay, so this you should know. So we have used this particular technique, reduction technique. Is there any doubt? All have understood C division? C1, C2 batch? Okay, so this part, okay, I have explained. Now here you can see in this particular on document, this I will forward to you for the write-up. Okay, now the next write-up that you have to write, that is assignment number, this is assignment number 5, right? So you have to complete this assignment number 5. Okay. From this only we have taken one expression, and that we have realized with using, here 2-3 expressions are given. So this is the reduction method that we have used. You have to write the theory that it is given in this particular on document. Okay. Now here you can see another, it is implementation of 16:1 mux using 2 8:1 mux, right? Cascading method. Okay. Now this part I have already explained in the theory. Now I will not again going through this. Okay. You can just explore this and you try to implement this. It is optional to have this cascading method. You should know compulsory how 8:1 mux is used and reduction technique. Okay. For the cascading, if you want, you can just implement it. Okay. But it's not compulsory to implement, but you have to write in the write-up. Okay. So this is one assignment, that is assignment number 5. Now I'm just going through next assignment, that is assignment number 6, and it's very simple. So we'll cover that part also today. Okay, this is actually assignment number 6. Okay, assignment number 5 is mux. So assignment number 6 is the parity generator. Okay, parity generator, that concept we have already seen, right, students? Have you gone through the video lecture? Yes or no? Yes, this question for you. Students, I'm asking the question to you. Have you gone through the video of parity generator? Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the parity generator, what we have done, there are two types of parity, even parity and odd parity, right? Here, the assignment, that is you have to only implement the parity generator. There are two concepts, parity generator as well as checker. But while implementing this, you have only design and implement parity generator using XOR gate. Okay. Now, what is parity? Parity, it is an extra bit that is added along with the message bit, right? So that additional bit, it is known as a parity bit. So there are two types, even parity and odd parity. So I will directly coming to the part of even parity generator. You can see this particular truth table. It's very simple to understand. See over here. You can see 3 input. So this is a 3-bit parity generator. Okay. 3 inputs are given, B2, B1, B0, and output, that is the parity bit. You can see the output, that is the parity bit, right? Now, what we need to do, this parity bit means this is one additional bit that will be getting added along with this message bits. Now, in the message bit, you can see 3 bits. Now, suppose I am having 3 inputs in the message bits. So, I can have a 8 combination, right? That you know. So, that it is written in the truth table. Now, how I will get this output? For 0, 0, 0, how I will get this parity bit 0 as output? As this is a even parity, so there should be even number of ones. And if this is an odd parity generator, there should be odd number of ones. Okay, as simple as. So you can see 0, 0, 0 means what should be the parity bit? 0. Always you have to check the number of ones, not number of zeros. 0, 0, 1. Here you can see in the message bit, means in 3 inputs, only a single one. So you have to add to make it even. Okay, you have to make a parity bit as a 1. So this will be even number of ones. Then 0, 1, 0. Again 1 will be required because only single one. 1, 1. This is already here in the input, already even number of ones are there. So the parity bit will be added, that is 0. Here again odd number of ones. So parity bit is 1. Even number of ones. So the parity bit is 0. Odd number, even number of ones. Parity bit is 0. Odd number of ones. So the parity bit is 1. Right. This truth table it is given. Now what K-map from this truth table, and from this K-map you will get this particular equation. Okay. B2 XOR B1 XOR B0. Okay. You have to simplify this expression. You will get one expression, and once you will simplify this, you will get this form. Once you will get this form, you can design this particular circuit. Here you can see B2 XOR B1 XOR B0. So we have a XOR gate IC, right? 7486 IC. For that, we can provide 2 inputs. We cannot provide 3 inputs. So B2 and B1, these 2 inputs are provided to one XOR gate, and the output of that will be going as an input to another pin. Okay, input pin of XOR gate, and B0, that will be the another one. Okay, so for that you need to implement it simply. What is the expression for that? That is B2 XOR B1 XOR B0. This you will get it for even parity generator. Okay, in the even parity generator, we have either you can take a 3 message bit, 4 message bit, okay, but the expression you will get same. Here 4 variables you will get. So how you can design the circuit for this XOR gate? So B2, B1, output of this, and then this input, that is B0. Okay, so this will be the parity bit. Okay, so B2, B1, B0, I should get the output. This is the circuit I have designed for this truth table. So I should get the output this. Okay, once I will design this particular circuit. Okay. Okay, so we'll see over here how we'll get the even parity generator. Okay, this is very simple. You have to first take the IC, which IC it is used. XOR gate. IC 7486. You can see quad to input exclusive OR gate. Add IC. Okay. Then you can see 3 in this IC. This is a 14 pin IC. 7 it should be connected to ground. 14 it should be connected to VCC. Then after that, I'll take pin number 1, 2 as a input, 3 as a output. This 3 output, it goes 4 input, 5 input and 6 output. Okay, XOR gate 7486 IC. So I think someone kept on unmute. Please mute yourself. So here pin number B2 and B1, it should be connected to pin number 1 and 2. Okay, so I will take it B2, B1 and B0. So B2, it should be connected to pin number 1. B1, it should be connected to pin number 2. Right? Pin number 1 and 2 with B2 and B1. Now, you can see pin number 3. That is the output and that is passing, that I am passing as a input pin of this XOR gate. That is 4 and 5 is the input and 6 is the output. So 3 to 4. So this 3 output, this is passing as an input to XOR, right? And after that, B0, it should be connected to pin number 5. So this is B0, right? B2, B1, B0. Again, B2, this will be the most significant bit. B0, it should be the least significant bit. So it should be connected to pin number 5, right? That's it. Now, what is the output? Pin number 4, 5 is the input. And here you can see pin number 6 is the actual output where we'll get the parity bit. So pin number 6 is the output. Right? This much connection only it is required. So this is a 3-bit even parity generator. I will switch on now. Now, just going towards this particular truth table. You have to check it whether getting the correct output. See here. If it is 0, 0, 0, it is 0 only. 0, 0, 1. I should get the parity bit, means output as a 1. So for 0, 0, 1, output is 1. Right? Now 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0 means again only single 1 it is there. This is a even parity generator. So based on that only I can understand here this will be 1. Right? If it is 0, 1, 1, it is already in the message bit contains already 2 number of ones, even number of ones. So the output is 0. Okay. Again 1, 0, 0. Odd number of ones. Means here the output will be 1. 1, 0, 1. Output is 0. 1, 1, 1. Odd number of ones. So make it even. That is 4. This is very simple assignment, that is parity generator. So this is a 3-bit parity generator, 3-bit even parity generator. Whatever I have designed over here, this is a 3-bit even parity generator. Have you understood this? Okay, so this is your assignment number 6 in which you have to implement this part. Here, okay, I will switch off. Assignment number 6. Okay, here you can see this part is given. Okay, you can just go through this part. Even parity generator circuit diagram is also given. And now in this particular assignment number 6, you have to do parity generator for even as well as for odd. So we have seen now even parity generator. In the odd parity generator, same This truth table it is given, and only here the output, that is the parity bit, it should contain, along with the message bit, it should contain odd number of ones. So that's according to this the output it is given. What happened over here? Is there any query? You got it? Odd parity generator के लिए आपको क्या करना है? Odd number of ones it should be there, so that's accordingly the parity bit is added. Here you can see odd parity generator 000 है, तो parity bit क्या है? 1, because this is odd parity generator. There should be odd number of ones. Yes. Yes. Okay, I thought someone is having doubt. You got it? So based on that, if you will draw the K-map and if you will draw the circuit, you can see only one difference it is there. Here XNOR gate it is required. B2, XNOR, B1, XNOR, B0. So this will be the odd. See, that is the simple logic you can understand. If I am having this truth table, right? If I am getting this output as a even parity, and if I want the odd parity, what I can do? Simply I can place the NOT gate, right? If I will place the NOT gate over here, whatever the output I am getting, I will get the complement of that, right? So that's what here you can see. This circuit, it is for the odd parity, and if I will place the NOT gate, I will get the odd parity. So what you have to do? Same circuit you can use, only simply one NOT gate IC you have to use, and you have to pass that output as the input to that NOT gate, and output of that NOT gate, that will be the parity bit. Okay, so this is the part that you have to complete for the odd parity generator. It's very simple. Okay, so this is your assignment number 6. Okay, I will forward this both the write-ups, and you have to complete it by Monday, both these assignments. Okay, multiplexer and parity generator. Fine. Okay, students. Yes.
मैम
हाँ.
कल हमारी आई भी है मैम, और फिर मंडे तक हमें यूएचवी का असाइनमेंट भी सबमिट करना है मैम, तो ट्यूसडे
किसका असाइनमेंट सबमिट करना है?
यूएचवी का मैम, प्रोजेक्ट टाइप है मैम
वो
आई के लिए.
see whatever it is there, you know that in our subject also we have to complete all these assignments, right? What I'm saying, write up, I will give you some time, but at least you complete the implementation part.
यस मैम, वो हो जाएगा मैम, राइट अप
Okay,
के लिए मैम.
implementation part के लिए आपको only half an hour लगेगा, max to max 1 hour, right?
यस मैम.
So what I'm expecting, you should complete the implementation of multiplexer, and demultiplexer is optional for assignment number 5, mux or demux. So you can just implement it now, mux. And assignment number 6 is parity generator. Okay, these two should be completed by Monday. Okay, implementation part, write up, I will give you some time for that, because on Monday I will float the next assignment on Bodhi tree, that will be assignment number 7. Okay, and that will be based on flip flop.
मैम तो ये जो हम बनाएंगे मैम, ये इम्प्लीमेंटेशन वाला पार्ट, वो हमें सबमिट कहाँ पे करना होगा मैम?
आप सेव करके रखो ना सर्किट आपका.
ओके मैम.
अदरवाइज यू टेक सम स्क्रीनशॉट्स एंड वो आप सेव करके रखो किसी फाइल में. सेव करके रखो. अगर सेव का ऑप्शन नहीं है, देन यू जस्ट सेव इट, ओके, इन द वर्ड कॉपी. I will check it for that option also now, because after that no one has communicated to me about this. Okay, so I thought this problem is resolved. Okay, now again I will check it for that. You just save your circuit, you will get it in the saved circuit. Fine. Okay, students, we have to complete the next assignments also. So this is the task for you. Complete the implementation part, and we'll start on Monday with the next assignment, that That for that I will upload the video lecture. Okay, assignment number 6 will be based on the flip flop. 7 will be based on the flip flop. So till assignment number 6 we have completed. Okay. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
You are, yes, speak loudly. You are not audible. Why you are not submitted earlier? How you did not see the message? I have, because that day last week I have taken your live session no for 10-15 minutes just for giving guidelines. That time you was not present. Yes, that assignments I have given that time you was not present. Okay. The remaining students for that I will give you. I will just send that particular instruction on the group. Okay. Tomorrow all not possible. Now I will on Monday. I will just open that link so you can submit it. Okay. Hmm. Is there any doubt? Those students whose submission is pending for them on Monday, only for half an hour, I will open the link.